Welcome to The Walking Dead All-Out War, and this time we're doing the Moles Behind Us campaign. We're at Chapter 5, The Barn. Because we won the previous mission, we get an extra 20 points in equipment, giving us 95 points in total. So first up, our survivors. We've given Rick his hatchet. Glenn has got a machete. Herschel has got a tire iron. Lacey Green has got a pitchfork. Otis has got a tire iron. We have Arnold Green with a hatchet, Billy Green with a hatchet, and Maggie Green also with a hatchet. To make things easier, we've given none of them a gun. They've all got melee weapons, and they all gain a white dice in melee, apart from Lacey Green. So that means that Rick has got 2 white dice in attack, and Arnold Green has also got 2 white dice in attack. Everybody else has a white and a red, and Lacey just gets her red dice. The threat level starts at 6, which we need to get down as quick as possible. And the only way to win is when we kill all the walkers that are in play. But we do have Imprisoned Horde, which means until we close the barn doors, they keep coming back. So this is a kill or be killed mission. So here's the setup. We've got 14 walkers to start off with, and they all have to be placed around the barn, not within 2 inches of each other, which means you don't get much choice. We've got Arnold, Maggie and Billy up on the north side. On the east side by the barn door, we've got Herschel, Lacey and Otis. They're going to attempt to shut the door. And we've got Rick and Glenn down by the tractor. There is 1 supply counter in the tractor, and there's 4 supply counters in the barn. As the barn would take up most of the picture for the entire game, for this one, I'm not going to actually use the barn. I'm going to stick with the cardboard cutout underneath. And let's crack on with turn 1. And we're going to start with the only tactician. So Rick is going to hold his nerve, putting the threat level down to 5. And now he is going to run to get himself closer to the barn door and hopefully be able to give Herschel the help that he's going to need. Makes noise, the walker's going to come into him. Next up we're going to activate Glenn. And Glenn is going to sneak straight into the tractor. And he's going to search the tractor. So what supply do we get? We've got a sigh. That's not bad. Hopefully we can get that to Lacey. But we'll see. Next up we're going to activate Billy. Billy's going to hold his nerve. No, he's going to run towards the side of the barn door as well, causing noise. And the walker's going to go. It's going to go straight into the fence. There we go. Next up, might as well do Maggie next. Let's hold her nerve. No. Okay, Maggie's going to run towards Billy. Making noise, and it's going to pull that walker that Billy moved into base contact with her. Leaving us Arnold Green at the top to hold his nerve. Finally, we've got the threat down to 4. We still need to get it down. With all this amount of survivors, it should be easy to keep the threat low. But he's going to run towards Maggie, making noise, and he's going to pull that walker into the fence. There we go. Next up, we'll start with Otis. Otis can hold his nerve. Threat tracker is down to 3. And he's going to just sneak. There we go. Next up, Lacey. She can hold her nerve. Okay, sneak to the right of Otis. And finally, we've got Herschel. Herschel is again going to hold his nerve. Let me just check his leader ability. It's reroll panic dice. Okay, so yeah, Herschel's going to hold his nerve, and he does. We put that down to 2. Very handy, and he can sneak in towards the other walker. Not in base contact, but just towards it. And that is our movement. So now it is kill zones. So that's Herschel in the kill zone of that walker. That one's going in. That one's going to go into Otis. And this one at the top by Arnold. He's in. So he's going to move around to get into base contact with Arnold. I'm hoping that I don't kill any, because if you kill them, they come out the door in the barn. First up, though, we got the event card. Let's get this event card and see what we get. We managed to lower the threat to all quiet, so it's just move one eligible walker towards the nearest survivor. We don't really want to put any more in combat, make them 2-1. Nothing can get to Lacey or Billy, so I'm going to have to pick Glenn. So we're going to have a walker go towards Glenn. Take this one, it will be stopped by the tractor. And that'll do it. And now it's the melee phase. So the threat tracker goes up by 1. That needs to go up to 3. We need to keep that down. And now it's melee. Where are we going to start? Let's start with Rick. 2 white dice. Oh, just a 1. Walker. 2 and a crit. Rick has been bitten. I need to change Rick to a bite token. And he is now down to 5 wounds. Oh, not the best of starts. Okay, move Rick back as he lost the combat. We'll go on to Arnold Green next, who also has 2 white dice. He also got a 1. Whew, thankfully the walker didn't get anything, so we'll push that one back and place that one prone. Okay, let's maneuver around. We'll go to Maggie next. Oh, at least she can't lose. Walker gets a 1. We'll push that one back. Put it prone. Now for Otis. He can't lose. No crit so we push that one back and put it prone. Not actually killing the walkers at the moment works in my favour. Herschel to go. A 3, no crit, can't lose. Push it back and put it prone. Apart from Rick being bitten, that is perfectly in my favour, because it means no more walkers are coming out the doorway. But that's the end of the attacking, so now let's see if the walkers get back up. So we'll start at the top, the one next to Arnold Green, and we'll work our way round. Nope. Next one. Yes. One by Lacey and Otis. Yep. And the final one by Herschel. So 3 out of the 4 got back up. Okay. So let's just put these prone tokens back. And then our last roll is Rick to see if he takes any more damage because he's been bitten, and he does. So Rick is down to 4 health. He's bitten, and that is the end of turn 1. Okay, so it's time to move on to turn 2. Rick is in a little bit of trouble, so I think we'll have to start with Rick. He's going to hold his nerve first. As he's a tactician, it goes down automatically. We'll put it at 2. And then we're going to sneak him back and down towards Glenn. And then Glenn is going to sneak towards Rick. And for his second action, he's going to amputate. So a white dice of damage to Rick. He takes 1 more damage, so he's down to 3. But he's not bit anymore. Finally, we've got to see what was amputated. Shield, hand, blank, leg. And it looks like he's lost his hand, so obviously he's lost his hand where he wasn't carrying anything. So he still has Rick's hatchet. And now that Glenn has saved Rick's life, the priority is getting the barn door shut. So first up, we're gonna sneak Otis into base contact with the barn door. He's also going to search the barn. Ammo reload, a bit pointless, but okay. Next up, we're going to sneak Lacey into contact with the barn door, and she's also going to search. Bandages. Now that is going to be a bit more useful. Oh, I forgot to put the threat tracker up at the beginning of the turn. So it was on 3. It went up to 4. Rick, hold my nerve, put it back down to 3. So the threat tracker is actually on 3. That's right. Anyway, time to activate Herschel. We're going to sneak him into the barn door. And he is going to attempt to close it. So we need a shield on an action dice. And we got it. The barn door's shut. Now all we have to do is kill all the walkers. I'm getting some good vibes now. Right, Maggie can hold her nerve. Yes, she does. We'll take the threat down to 2. And she can sneak into base contact with the prone walker. And Arnold can hold his nerve as well. Let's get the threat down to 1. Yep, and sneak into the walker. The same one as Maggie. Put that down to 1. Billy. Billy is going to just sneak into the walker. Before we move on to the melee phase, I'm going to switch out the Rick model with the amputated Rick model. Why not? So now we're into the melee phase. Threat is only at 1. We've kept that down. That one's going to go straight into Otis. That one is going into Herschel. And I don't think anything can get into Rick or Glenn. Nope, that one's just out. And I do believe Arnold's out of range as well. Yep. Okay, event card. Won't stay down. That's alright. We got 1 prone walker. So we need to roll an action dice. On a shield, he gets up. He doesn't get up. Means an easier kill for us in a minute. Threat tracker back up to 2. And we'll start with Herschel. 1 white, 1 red. And we've got a headshot. And we've got a kill. Ideal. Let's start getting them off the board. Now we want to kill them. Okay, so we'll move on to Otis. 1 white, 1 red. No headshot. He can't lose, but he can't win either. It's a standoff. So we just push that one back and it's still standing. Now we'll go for the easy one. Arnold and Maggie. So that's 3 white dice and 1 red. No headshots required, but we got one anyway. Doesn't matter. Walker's prone. Walker's removed. There we go. And we've just got Billy to go. And Billy is 1 white, 1 red. And he's rolled a blank. Walker, just a 1. So 1 damage on Billy. That'll take him down to 4 health. And he lost, so he gets pushed back. Okay, but that is no walkers to get up. Nope, that's the end of turn 2. Let's kick on with turn 3. All we have to do now to win this is kill all the walkers in the play area. But first, the threat tracker needs to go back up to 3. So let's start removing these walkers. So first up, we're going to run Herschel down towards the walker. There we go. That is going to cause noise. So another walker is going to shamble towards Herschel. That's fine. And now Rick is going to activate, hold his nerve and put the threat tracker down. And then sneak into the walker that's in contact with Herschel. Rick wants to get some revenge. And now we're going to activate Otis. Otis is going to hold his nerve. That puts the threat tracker back down to 1. And now I'm going to sneak him just back out the way in contact with that walker. Hopefully he can get rid of that one. And now Lacey can activate. She can run into contact with the other walker that's in base contact with Herschel. Also going to make noise. So that means that one's going to shamble. Yep. Shamble into contact with Lacey. So I'm going to activate Glenn. He's a runner. So can I sneak that? I don't need to make a roll. Yeah, I can sneak that. So Glenn is going to sneak into that walker as well. Now to move up to the ones at the top. So we're going to start with Maggie. And she's just going to sneak down and around a little bit into base contact with the old walker. And then we're going to activate Billy, move him into the same walker. Leaving us just Arnold, and Arnold can sneak forward. About there, might be out of range, just in case the event card tells us to move one in. But that will do. So we got the big group of combat going on down the bottom here. We'll split them up in a moment. We got Otis, we got the 2v1, and the kill zone for Arnold. Now, did I move it? No, I'd say Arnold is... Oh, it's close. I'm going to have to say Arnold is in. Very close. But yeah, didn't move him far enough away. So that one's going to move into base contact with Arnold. Alright then, now for the event card. And we're Mega Herd. Well, we're keeping the threat down, so it's only all quiet. But that's 3 more walkers that are going to appear. Then I've got to pick a point within 10, and they all move towards that. All new walkers can appear on the left-hand side of the board, I think, as I can work that way, trying to clear them all off. And the point I'm going to pick is going to be... I'll pick the tractor. So the first one is going to move straight to the tractor, and the other 2 are going to get stuck by the hay bale. But that's 3 more walkers I've now got to kill before I can complete this mission. We've got to kill these walkers and get them off the board quicker than the event cards can bring them on. But now it's the melee. +1 to the threat tracker, so we're back up to 2. With the amount of people we've got, we're keeping that down nicely. But we'll start with Arnold. 2 white dice for Arnold. Oh, just a 1. And the walker, it's a tie. So we'll just push that one back. But it's still standing. Now we're going to move on to Maggie and Billy. That's better. We got a headshot there. Walker can't defend that. Doesn't matter. That's the walker dead. We got rid of 1. Now Otis. Otis white and red. Got another headshot. Walker can't do anything about it. There's 2. Come on. Now, oh, we didn't split these. Right. We have Rick, Herschel, Lacey, and Glenn all in combat with a few walkers there. I'm going to split it so Rick is against 1. Herschel and Lacey are against 1, and Glenn is against the other one on his own. And we'll start the combat with Rick. Rick wants revenge for losing a hand. Double crit. I think that walker is dead. That's the 3rd one killed. Now we're moving on to Herschel and Lacey. Okay, just the 1, and the walker gets a 1, so that's a tie. We'll just push that one back a little bit. We just got Glenn to go. Glenn, a white and red. No crit. 2, can't lose. Walker gets 1. Well, at least we knock that one down. Get a prone counter. There we go. And that's the end of the melee for this turn. And now we got to see if the Walker gets back up. Nope. That one can stay down. And that is the end of turn 3. Turn 4 it is then. Threat tracker up by 1. That puts us back up to 3. And to start off with, Glenn is going to activate. He's going to pass the Psy to Lacey. So she'll equip that and put the pitchfork in her backpack. And for his second action, he's going to run straight into combat with that Walker. But he's also going to use his skill Tread Lightly, which he does. And now we're going to activate Lacey, and Lacey is going to pass the bandages to Herschel. And then Lacey is going to sneak into base contact with the prone Walker. Now for Otis, he can hold his nerve. Nope, and he's going to run into combat with that other Walker. Now that does cause noise. Let's have a check here. Yeah, that one's in range. Right. So that's about an inch to come out past the tractor, and then 5 inches further down. Alright, and next up we're going to activate... I think we're going to activate Herschel next, because Herschel's going to use his bandage on Rick. So I'll flip that one over. Because Herschel used it, Rick gains 2 health, so he's back up to 5. And now Herschel is going to run... around Rick, up towards that Walker, making noise, pulling the Walker in. And now for Rick can... I need to kill as many Walkers as possible, as quick as possible. So I think Rick is just going to... Rick is going to run towards the tractor. So put in 4 inches. And then continue his run up towards Glenn. Making noise. That should drag this other Walker straight into Rick. Okay, I should have held my nerve. Never mind. Maggie next. And Maggie is going to hold a nerve. She does, so that puts it down to 2. And now she's going to run forward. Causing noise. Pulling the Walker into her. But he's going to do the same. Hold his nerve. Which he does. And puts it down to 1. Let's move Billy quickly. You run forward, dragging another Walker in. Get the threat tracker down to 1. And leaves Arnold. Arnold's just gonna run, dragging another Walker into base contact. So hopefully we can kill a few of these off. I don't think there is anything in the kill zones, but we'll just have a quick check. If I can pick it up. There it is. Nope. Nope, that's right. So, event card time it is. So we got +1 to the threat. We're still all quiet. Roll a white dice and move that many eligible Walkers. So threat is up to 2. White dice. One walker move. I'll just put that one straight into Arnold. He should be able to cope with that. And now we're into the melee phase. So we're going to start. Where do we want to start? Who's going to be the most useful? Let's start with Rick. 2 white dice. One. Knock it back, put it prone. Okay, we'll try Glenn next. Still no headshots. Knock it back, put it prone. Let's move on to Herschel. Still no headshots. Only rolled a 1. Walker gets blank, so knock it back, put it prone. Lacey next, 1 white dice. Well, the Walker's dead if it gets a blank, and the Walker survived. Oh, okay, Otis. Oh my. It's a tie, just push that one back. Oh, come on, has Lady Luck abandoned me? Billy, your turn. Oh, can't lose, but no crits. Push it back, knock it prone. Oh, I'll use one of them. Maggie then. Finally, got a crit. Walker can't beat that. I killed one. Yay! Oh, threat tracker should be at 3. Right, Arnold to go. 2 white dice. I got a 3. Not bad. Walkers get 3 dice. No crits for me though. Oh! 2 crits, 4. 1 damage, and he's bitten. And that is Arnold down to 5 health. The last turn was really in my favour. This turn, not so much. Oh, move him back. Right. End phase. Let's see how many of these walkers get back up. That one there. No. This one here. Yep. Next one. Nope. Next one. Yes. And the last one. Nope, that one stays down. We'll just swap that counter around with a proper prone counter. There we go. And finally, does Arnold take additional damage because he's bitten? He does, so that's Arnold down to 4 health. And that is the end of turn 4. And I thought after turn 3 it was all going in my favour. After turn 4, not so much. Well, let's see how the dice gods are going to go. We'll move straight on to turn 5. Threat level goes up to 4, but Rick is going to use his skill, put it back to 3 and sneak into base contact. Glenn is going to attempt to hold his nerve, nope, and sneak into base contact. Herschel can attempt to hold his nerve, yep, we'll put that down, and sneak into base contact. Otis is going to hold his nerve, yep, get it back down to 1, and he's also going to sneak into base contact. Lacey can stay right there. Now Maggie can sneak into one of those walkers. Which one? Yeah, she can reach on. Sneak into that walker. Meaning Billy's going to sneak into this one. And Arnold is going to come down into base contact with that one. That's us all in base contact. You can check the kill zones. It's just that one by Glenn to check. And that one's out. Now the event card. And the event card that we get... We're going for the herd. All quite low threat. Choose... okay. We have to choose a walker. And all the walkers... they're going to go to Glenn. Got to be that walker. That walker moves into Glenn. The other one has to move around to make room. And that's going to bring that one into base contact with Rick as well. This one's going to move out an inch. And 5 inches. Gets him into base contact with Glenn just. And then the other one is going to move out 2 inches. And 4 inches is just going to get her behind the other walker. Right, so we've got 3 walkers touching Glenn and 2 walkers now touching Rick. Right, so the threat tracker goes up by 1. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to see if Glenn can nimble. Nope, Glenn can't. Glenn is stuck in combat. Well, I'm going to split them. So Rick can take 2. And Glenn can take the other 2. And we'll start with Rick. 2 white dice for Rick. Just 1. Okay, and 1 red dice for the walker that's up. It's got a 1, defend it, and the walker that's down. Doesn't matter, it's a tie, so I just push that walker back. Alright, Glenn, 1 red, 1 white. Oh, okay. 3 red dice for the walkers. That's a bite, and 4. Glenn's dead. Well, they all think Glenn's dead. Glenn has gone and hid underneath the barn, and a walker has come out while Glenn has gone underneath. Glenn is out, and we've got to replace him with a prone walker. Oh, can the luck get any worse? We still need to clear all the walkers. Okay, Herschel. One white, 1 red. Let's do this. That's 3 with a headshot. Walker can't defend that. Though they can try. But that's a walker gone. Okay, Lacey does 1. Walker gets a blank. It's prone, so that one gets removed. That's 2 walkers off. Time to move on to Otis. 3 with a crit. Walker can't do anything. That's another walker gone. Where was my luck when I was doing Glenn? Billy's turn. Double crit. Walker can't do anything. Walker's gone. Maggie. Maggie next then. 1 white, 1 red. A 3 with a crit. Walker can't do anything. There's another walker gone. And then Arnold. Finally, Arnold. 2 dice. Just a 2. Can't lose. Knocks it back. Puts a prone. Well, I lost Glenn, and then I seem to have a loss of luck. We'll flip Glenn's card over. Remember, he's not dead. He's hiding under the barn. So says I. Okay, right. We're in the M phase. Let's get these dice out of the way. And the walkers. Walker by Arnold. Does it get up? Yep. The walker by Rick, the prone one. Yes. And then the walker that's taken Glenn's position. Nope, that one's staying down. And finally, we just got to do Arnold because he's bit. Blank, he takes another damage, so he is now down to 3 health. And that is the end of turn 5. We've got 7 walkers left on the board. We've got 7 survivors left. So we're kicking into turn 6. This should be a pretty quick turn because it's just a little bit of movement. Threat tracker goes up to 3. We're going to activate Billy. he's going to hold his nerve. Yep, the threat tracker back down to 2. And Billy is going to run around the barn and straight down towards Walker Mummy, who's going to move into base contact with him. Okay, Maggie is going to hold a nerve. Yep, that's down to 1. Don't have to worry about that anymore. She's going to run straight on down, dragging one of those other walkers into base contact. Arnold can sneak around into base contact the other side of that walker. Now how to get these in. Right, I'm going to start off with running Otis just far enough so he makes noise to pull that walker into base contact. Now I'm going to run Rick. I need to make some room. I'm gonna run Rick around the tractor. Where's the tape measure? Right. Away. Okay, so I run Rick around, makes noise, and that walker comes into Rick. Now I'm gonna run Herschel straight through, making noise, dragging the other walker into Herschel. And finally, Lacey is going to run on down and into contact with the prone walker, making noise, but there's no walkers not in base contact. No kill zones to check, so it's just the event card. And we've got Grim Recognition, so the model that is chosen ends up having to panic on the next turn. So as it's somebody you recognise, I should really pick Herschel against his stepson or Billy against his mum. And I think I'm going to go for Billy. We'll have, Billy. Billy against his mum. That's going to make him panic on the next turn. So the card puts the threat up to 2. And as it's the melee phase, that's going to take it straight up to 3. And I'm going to put Grim Recognition on Billy's character card so I can remember it's him, but it's not in the way. Now for the combat, and we'll start with Arnold. Just a 1. 1, just pushes it back. Okay, Billy. That's it, Mummy's dead. He still needs to panic on the next turn though. Right, let's move on to Maggie. Double crit, that's another walker gone. Okay, let's move on to Herschel. No crits. He wins, so let's push that one back and put it prone. Next up, Lacey. Got a 2. Yeah, didn't need the crit because as it's prone, that's removed. Next up, Otis. Just a 2, can't lose. Pushes it back, knocks it prone. And finally, Rick. Rick got a 3, but didn't kill it. Pushes it back and knocks it prone. And now for the end phase. First walker. Herschel's son. Does he get back up? Nope. And the other walker by Rick. Nope. And finally we've got to see if Arnold loses more health because of his bite. Which he doesn't, so that is the end of turn 6. Quickly moving on to turn 7, threat goes up to 4. Then we're going to activate Rick, hold his nerve, put the threat back down to 3. And then Rick can sneak into base contact with that prone walker. Billy has to panic because of the Grim Recognition card. But quiet, he can do one action that doesn't make any noise. which is fine. So Billy's going to sneak down into base contact with that walker. Right, now we're going to use Maggie, and Maggie can go and help out Arnold. We're going to run her up. No, actually, first of all, we're going to hold a nerve. Yep, we'll get it down to 2. Now Maggie's going to run up, causing noise, putting that walker into her. Arnold can hold his nerve. No, but he can sneak into the same walker. And now Herschel can hold his nerve. Yep, that can go down, and I'm going to sneak him into base contact with that walker. And then just sneak the other 2 into base contact with that walker. There is no kill zones. Event card it is. And we get fire. So that's +1 to the threat. And place something. We'll put the barn on fire. It'll take a while for it to burn away. So the barn's got 1 burning token. We'll just put that there for the minute. +1 threat because of that. +1 threat because of melee. So we're up to 3 threat. I'll just slide that to the side. Okay, combat. And we will start with Arnold and Maggie. Let's see if we can get rid of them. Oh, you're joking. Really? And the walker. Well, at least I didn't lose. We'll push that one back. Now we're going to go to Herschel and Billy. That's 2 white, 2 red. I got a crit. Walker, yeah, that's it. Walker's dead. Alright, we're getting there. Now we're going to move on to Rick. As long as Rick outscores this walker because it's prone, we get to remove it. So 2 white dice. Got a 3, that'll do. Yeah, that's that walker removed. And now Lacey and Otis. So that's 2 white and 1 red. Oh, can't lose, but wasn't enough. Push it back. Put it prone. And that's the combat. So the prone walker to get back up. Nope. And Arnold, does he lose any more health because of his bite? Nope, he's still fine. He's still on 3 health. He's doing alright. And finally, the barn's on fire with 1 burning token. On a shield, that becomes 2. On a blanket, stays at 1. So the barn has still just got the 1 burning token. But that is the end of turn 7. So time to move straight on to turn 8. Put the threat tracker up by 1. That puts the threat up to 4. But this time, first up, I'm going to activate Arnold, and I'm going to run him back to here, causing noise, bringing that walker into base contact with Arnold. Now I'm going to activate Rick, and I'm going to lower the threat, and I'm going to run him into base contact with that walker. And then Maggie can hold a nerve. Nope, but I'll run her into that walker as well. Billy next. He can hold his nerve. Oh, I'll run that one into the walker. Right, I'll try to hold my nerve with Otis. Yeah, that puts it down to 2. I'll sneak Otis into base contact. I'll hold my nerve with Lacey. Yeah, put it down to 1, sneak her in. There we go. And Herschel can just go straight in against that walker as well. Right, now we just need the event card. And we are going to get 2 quiet. +1 to the threat, puts it up to 2. The walker suddenly stopped, put it up to 3. And then put it up to 4 because we're in combat. We're going to start with Rick's combat. So that's 2, 4, 5, 6 white and 2 red. We just need 1 crit and this game should be won. And we got 1 crit, we got loads of damage. Walker can't defend it. There we go. That walker is gone. And now we move down to Herschel. We don't actually need a crit for this one. We just need to beat the damage. That is 1, 2, 3 white and 2 red. Just damage. Give us some damage. That will do. Walker can't defend it. It's prone. No crits are needed. That walker's gone. All the walkers are gone. We have actually won this mission. Glenn's hiding underneath the barn. Shh. Arnold. Nope, he's still got 3 health. The barn is still burning. Nah. But that is it. That is the end of the game. We were successful. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.